And welcome back. Today I finally show one of the project I've done for one of my clients. This game is called Kirifuda Blitz. It's a peer-to-peer game, multiplayer, of course. So what's about this game? What's the something special about this game? Of course, for me, it's special because in addition to be a paid job, it's something that helped me to improve my skills because I had some knowledge for multiplayer, but I never had the chance to create a complete multiplayer game. So for me, this was a very important chance to put on practice my skills. And then this game is very simple. I will show you in a few minutes how it works, but before we start it, I just want to show you the initial menu here, how we started. So basically we're going to choose our name. This guy called Biim.Games. I can mistype. Okay. Then we have the option to play it in public room or private room. If we play in public room, any person that is connected on the internet is not and play with another person. Of course, we will be joined in our room or we join their room. Instead, if we choose to play with private room, we get a random code here. This code, of course, needs to be passed to one of our friends if we want to play with one of friends or relative and so on. So we just give this code to our friend. They put the same code in the same area here. As you can see, the code can be replaced. You can write also whatever you want. You can say my private room, but it's limited to 6 characters. So let's say something short like my PR, and you can also add numbers, my PR04, whatever. So you just send this code to your friend and they will be able to join you. Another thing that feature that we have in this menu here is that you can choose to play with the timer. So timer off, no problem with the time. You can think as much as you want for make your move. Timer on, we have an overall timer of 5 minutes. So similar to like chess. Basically, every time it's your turn, you're still thinking in making the moves. Let's say it takes for you 10 seconds. You reduce 10 seconds from your overall time. At the end of the timer, before the game is finished, of course, if the game is not finished earlier, the player that doesn't have time lost the game. So this is basically the menu here. I'm not going to choose timer on because I'm recording the video, so otherwise 5 minutes is not enough. And I just show you, first of all, I'll go full screen. This is the credit page. I just recycle the game elements, the cards. I've done a little bit, add a little bit animation to make the credit a little bit more interesting. And also it's nice to see, to give the credit, to show the credit about every game. So now I'll go back to the game. For the music, I will play it later because I don't want my voice to go and mix too much with the music. So start the game. Now I'm the host of this room. As you can see, my name is on the left. So these are my cards. This will be the card on the right side of the peer if someone joins the room in the meantime. Since now the game just started, of course there is no big number of players yet. So I just opened the game on another window on my computer and I can play from there. So I start here, another session. Okay, and then someone ring the bell, it's arrived, and the game starts. So now you can see Simone, there's still me, but this is the peer on this side. And the peer now has a semi-transparent card, so I'm not confused which one is me, because sometimes you might become the host, sometimes the peer, so you have a clear idea which side is yours. So every time someone plays a card, now I move the peer. This lock close. So in this way, I know that the player has bet, they say, the card, the opponent. I don't know which card yet because I had to bet as well. And then after both the players bet the card, then they are revealed. So I play my card here, and I can see that both of the players use the same card. Therefore, when the same card is used, both cards are lost. So the goal of the game here is to kill the knight, But before going on the rules, I just give you a little bit of information about the idea about this game. So basically, the creator of the game just told me that the idea came up from one Yu-Gi-Oh episode, an anime. It was in 1998. The character played this game here in that episode, and also he told me that they played with their family and friends for about 10 years. So basically, this is just a card version of chess, more or less, as mechanics. The goal is to kill the knight, the king, and then against the chess. This is the difference, that my client didn't want to have a game where is only the skill to be important, so you need really to be very good in the game to win the game. But this game also has a little bit of luck, and also try to guess what the other player is playing, so you have more chance to defeat also the opponent, even if you are a little bit beginner compared to a game like chess, where you really, if you're a beginner, you don't have much hope to win against someone that is really good in the game. So that's the idea of the game. Basically, the king is the goal. You need to save yours and kill the one of the opponent. And let's see the pieces one by one. So we have here the pawns. The pawns can kill only the queen. And then normally, aside for some special card at the end, all the cards, as we saw before, if I play the same type of card, like pawn versus pawn, both of them die. Same things will happen for the knight, the mage, and so on. So if we play instead the knight can defeat the queen and the pawn, but is killed by all the other cards, same as the pawn. The pawn is killed by everyone aside for the queen. The mage can defeat the knight and the pawn, in addition, of course, to the queen, as we said before, but is defeated by the rest. And then we have the judge here. We have only one card with the judge that can defeat all these three characters here, in addition to the queen. Then we have the queen, that is the only one, in addition to Kirifuda, that we see one moment, that is able to kill the queen. The queen can kill the king, sorry, and then she loses against everyone else. In case you play the queen and the opponent plays the queen as well, both of them go back to the end, to the owners. Same thing with Kirifuda. If everyone plays Kirifuda, both of them go back. Kirifuda is a special card. He basically, aside that is played against himself, he wins everyone, but it can be played only once. So it's like a sort of joker. So it's a very special card. You play it, you win with that, but it will go away of the game. So you need to be careful with that one. So the king is basically can be killed only by the queen and Kirifuda, and then the king can kill anyone else. So the king is very strong piece, but at the same time is the piece that you need to protect. And in addition to this, we have the knight here and the mage that can be promoted. So let's say I play the mage here with this player, and then the opponent plays a pawn. So the mage got 1 star. Once the mage got 3 stars, he will become judge. So let's have a look. This second promotion, and then we have we go with the third promotion. Always confused because I play with two screens. Okay, now as you can see, it has been promoted to judge. So now the thing is that this promotion can happen only once per game. So even if I play again another card, let's say the mage, and if let's say I would have enough opponent's card to make it promote again, it will not work. So even if I put the knight, it's not going to earn any stars. So only works only once. So basically this is the core of the game. The game has quite simple mechanics. It's for the part related to the game itself. We can see the option here. They're very simple. Sound on, sound effects are on and off. This is the music. I'll just let you play a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't cover too much my voice. So it's quite relaxing. It's fine, you know, for casual game. You know, it's not going something to give you much pressure. You can still concentrate on the game. Just disable to make sure that it's not covering my voice. And the important thing about this game is that being peer-to-peer, if something happened to the host or to the peer, so basically if one of them decide to leave the game or lose connection or whatever, we don't have a situation where a player is by themselves in case there is another player elsewhere. So let's say, for example, now these two people are playing here and there is a third person that joined the game and try to find a match. Of course, if there are only 3 people connected online, the third person cannot play with anyone. So let's assume that the peer of this room here leaves for any reason. Then we have the host here by himself in a room, and then the third player by themselves in another room as well. So we don't want to have 2 people waiting for new person to come, because they're already 2 people together. They can just play with each other. So what the game does is that every 5 seconds, in case the one player is by themselves, it search for a new match. So automatically, even if they are both of them or host, one player become the peer of the other room, and therefore we have always someone playing the game constantly in this way. So as long as there are an even number of players, everyone can play all the time. So I think it's a very important feature. I spent a little bit of time to make it work properly. It was not so straightforward, but you know, for me it was a good challenge, a really good experience. I'm really happy to have the chance to put this in practice. So I hope you want to give it a go to the game. The game is very nice. Of course, now it's just started. The game is just only a few days ago have been uploaded. So there are not many players yet, so I would suggest you to spread a little bit the voice, propose this to some of your relatives or your friends, give it a go, play together, and you see a little bit, it's quite entertainment, even if it's quite simple as a mechanic. And this is the basic version of the game. In the future might be more update and upgrade, like a leaderboard, something like that. For now, it's more like casual version. It's currently free. In the meantime, proper website is under development. So once the website will be completed, I will put a link in the description. At the moment, there is only the itch.io version, but I will update it so you can have a look if it's something new in the future, because maybe you can see this video after a long time that has been recorded. So really, I hope you appreciate this kind of content I'm created this week. And as usual, I say thank you very much to everyone that supports me on Patreon for the suggestion they give me for the video and the tutorial to create. And if you like the video, please like, subscribe the channel, leave a comment if you want to say something. But as usual, you help me a lot if you share this video around. Then I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye.